So tell me a little bit more about ROR1, what's so special and specific about that?
Well, we're very excited about this, and our group is spending a lot of time to investigate this ROR1. It's an orphan receptor, and the way it came about to be found as an antigen, which is a protein that can stimulate immune responses. Some of the clinical trials that we were conducting to try and make the leukemia cells more immunogenic. This is through the work of gene therapy. And so we gave leukemia cells to patients as a vaccine to try and induce an anti-leukemia immune response. And we were pleased to see that some of the patients developed autoantibodies against their leukemia. And these autoantibodies reacted against leukemia cells, but not against normal lymphocytes or other cells in the body. And when you looked for that protein that it recognized, we found that it was ROR1. Now, ROR1 is a protein now it's been worked on by developmental biologists because it's a protein that's
ROR1.
ROR1, yes,
Yeah.
it's ROR1.
Right.
And it's a protein that is expressed in the embryo. And even during the portion of embryogenesis, it's very critical for the development, but then it's turned off in the fetal development such that even when the baby is born, it's now lost its expression. And we've looked at adult tissues to see if this was expressed, and we don't find it on adult tissues with a very minor exception of a small category of cells called hematogones, which are something we're looking at now. But it's very specific then for the leukemia. That makes it an excellent target to go after, either with monoclonal antibodies or this CAR therapy that we talked about. We're trying to figure out why it's there. We've looked at now over 1,000 patients. We're finding out that 95% of patients or so have expression of this protein. Why is that? Why don't we find it on normal B cells? What function is it playing? Because this may provide us with another pathway to target, like with these drugs that we're targeting for the B cell receptor. And so this is something that we're very excited about, because when you find things that distinguish a tumor cell from normal cells in the body, it gives you a target to go after. And I must say parenthetically, what's also raised interest is that we've been surveying normal tissues for this protein, but also other cells in the body, and we're finding it, as well as now other groups, on a variety of different cancers. Lung cancer, pancreatic cancer, ovarian cancer, breast cancer. And the more aggressive the cancer, the more likely it is to express this ROR1.
Now, are there trials available at this point that are looking at ROR1 antibodies?
We're hoping to develop a trial. We're working on an antibody that we have really a lot of excitement to try and develop into clinical trials, which we're hoping to open in the early part of 2014. It takes a long time to go through the processing, getting the antibody and testing it, and doing everything to make the regulatory agencies satisfied. But I'm pretty confident we'll be able to launch that in 2014. The directed T-cell therapy might begin even sooner, and that's because of recent work in collaboration with investigators at MD Anderson. UC San Diego and MD Anderson plan to do a joint study using CAR-directed T-cells that might be able to target ROR1 with the receptor that is very specific for that protein. I'm very excited about the possibilities there, and so we look forward to those trials, which we hope to perhaps open up in the latter part of 2013.
Yeah, so much exciting stuff. Any final thoughts or anything you want to share from?
Well, I must say we've come a long, long way from the use of drugs where they were found to work empirically, but we had no clue of how they were working, to understanding the biology and being very specific. And so this is truly exciting. I've always felt that CLL is the low-lying fruit for cancer. If we can't cure this disease, good luck curing pancreatic cancer. Well, we might be able to do that, and I think a cure is around the corner. I really am confident that with these new agents and new developments, we'll be able to really make this a disease where patients no longer have to worry about how it might affect their quality of life or the duration of their life. And that's really got us all very excited.
Thanks so much, Dr. Kipps. I'm pretty excited too. This year seems like a sea change to me. We're not seeing those incremental changes anymore. We're seeing, major changes in one year to the next.
I don't know if there's been a year when we have so many phase 3 trials opening. The 199 that I talked about is undergoing a phase 3 trial, which will probably open in the early part of next year.
Right, and we have GS101 in phase 3. We have ibrutinib in a couple phase 3s. I mean, it's exciting times. Thanks so much.
Okay, well, thank
Good.
you. Thanks.